93 Boxing. I'm back with another video. Deyontay Wilder apparently said that he will fight Brock Lesnar in the UFC if the money is right. I haven't really watched no interview or read the full article, but the thing is, I don't know if he said it because there was a mic put in front of him, or if he actually believes he can do it. And I'm a person who did say that Floyd Mayweather would probably beat Conor McGregor in the UFC if Floyd Mayweather was a bit younger. He probably knocked Conor McGregor out, or at least put him down as soon as he touches him. Now, keep in mind, right, the reason why I said that is because Floyd Mayweather, we talk about James Toney going to the UFC and flopping, but James Toney was old and he has a style that's not good for a boxer to have going into a UFC fight. James Toney is somewhat flat-footed, see what I'm trying to say? And he doesn't play the long-range punch as much as, let's say, a Floyd Mayweather does. Floyd Mayweather has way better footwork, especially in his prime. Sharper, faster. I would say he's faster than Conor McGregor in his prime, or at least not even in his prime, like 2, 3, 4 years ago. Floyd Mayweather did a good job in terms of using those skills that is required for a boxer to have success in the UFC. So fast feet, fast hands, long range, very long range, good jab in the long range punches as well. And I would say Floyd Mayweather's power is like a puncher in the UFC for his weight division. And I would say Floyd Mayweather, him being smaller than Conor McGregor, still probably hits just as hard, if not harder, than Conor McGregor. If Floyd Mayweather was to fight a UFC fighter in his own weight division, right? Someone like a Conor McGregor. So if Conor McGregor was a little bit smaller, he'd definitely knock Conor McGregor out in his if Floyd Mayweather was the same Floyd that fought Canelo. I really think so. I mean, there's always that chance that Conor McGregor kicks him and shit, or grapples. But Conor McGregor's not a grappling guy, and he probably grapple better than Floyd, but you have to get Floyd. Ronda Rousey was never going to beat Floyd. We already know this one. As soon as she gets anywhere near Floyd, and Ronda Rousey's kind of slow, but as soon as she gets anywhere near him, he's going to punch the fuck out of her. Let's be real. But Deontay Wilder, right? Because keep in mind, Floyd Mayweather's poised, great balance, even though with great speed, great foot speed, great balance. Floyd Mayweather not only has great foot speed, he has quick feet. Like, there's a difference. Fast feet to me is like, if someone who with fast feet can sprint really a lot and can move from point A to point B a lot, but quick feet, you can really change direction really well and possibly have great balance with it, which Floyd Mayweather does. He maintains great balance at all times, and his reflex is great, amazing reflex. Deontay Wilder, on the other hand, keep in mind, Deontay Wilder is he's big, he's tall, If he faces Brock Lesnar, I think Brock Lesnar is physically heavier than him. And he does have a height and reach advantage over Brock Lesnar. Floyd Mayweather, I don't know if he has a reach advantage. He might do in terms of, I think wingspan-wise, like the actual, from one tip of the finger to another tip, if you're trying to do like a wingspan. You know what I mean by wingspan, right? He might have similar, or if not a bit less than Conor McGregor, but I think arm length-wise, because Conor McGregor's shoulder is quite wide. Arm length-wise, Floyd Mayweather might just be similar to McGregor, or a bit more maybe. We don't know, or even a bit less. It doesn't matter. Those little inches doesn't matter, because Floyd Mayweather has more skills to compensate if he does have slightly shorter arms. But I guess Wilder and Lesnar, Wilder will have the reach and the height advantage, but for a boxer to go into UFC, the most fundamental thing I would say is a long-range punch, which Wilder does have. But more importantly, the footwork, man, the foot reflex, foot speed, not just being able to move move on your feet fast, but able to change direction fast, and not only that, able to change direction. Doing the best, having smart feet. Floyd Mayweather has fast and smart feet. The positions, the steps that he takes is all educated steps, is calculated, is there. He's taking steps for a reason, for a particular reason, to set up different things. Deontay Wilder's not a boxer like Floyd Mayweather Jr. though. He's not a. He has a long jab, but he doesn't have the great jab of a Floyd Mayweather Jr. He doesn't have the reflex of a Floyd Mayweather Jr. Granted, he's a heavyweight, so he won't be as quick as a guy who's a welterweight. You know, a guy who's a small welterweight. But he doesn't have the foot balance. He doesn't have the poise. He's not poised like Floyd Mayweather. You know, boxing skills wise, right? He's not there. Wilder be throwing them hard, like wild shots, and a lot of times missing. But Floyd, he can throw some real accurate shots, and that's the thing. Floyd's very accurate, and he has great punch variety to him. And he has a good left hook. He has a good right hand. He has a check left hook. He can punch on the front foot, on the back foot, uppercuts, body shots. He got the lot, man. Deontay Wilder hasn't shown me that he got everything. And you know, he might have shown in certain instances, but Floyd has shown it consistently throughout his career. I don't know if Deontay Wilder can beat Brock Lesnar. I'm fairly sure Brock Lesnar is old, right? But I'm not sure if Deontay Wilder can beat Brock Lesnar. If Brock Lesnar gets a hold of him, because I do think Brock Lesnar is probably a better wrestler than Conor McGregor is for the respective weight division. You know, he has a lot more mass. He's very explosive from what he seems like. If he gets hold of Deontay Wilder, like Wilder won't be throwing those accurate jabs and shit, you know, won't be as efficient as Floyd. He throws some shit. Brock Lesnar catches his jab and pulls him towards him and then suddenly grapples him and shit. It might just be over, but we really don't know what Deontay Wilder's skill is like as a UFC fighter. You just never know. I don't know if he can beat Brock Lesnar. No, like I don't know, man. I mean, I feel pretty confident if Floyd Mayweather was to jump, like the Floyd Mayweather that fought Canelo was to jump in the UFC ring. I would say he beat him 7 times out of 10. Because I reckon with them 4 ounce gloves, all it takes is a punch or two. A 1-2 would probably end it. But Deontay Wilder does definitely have a punch. He probably kills someone in the ring in the 4 ounce gloves if he lands it clean. Especially, you know, a UFC fighter who's probably not able to take as good of a punch as a boxer. No matter what other things they get hit with, part of taking a punch is being able to see the punch coming. And boxers are more trained to see a punch coming than a UFC fighter. And they're also better at reacting to a shot, you know, rolling with a shot. Just physically, you know, it's less of a surprise when you get caught with a punch for a boxer than it is for a UFC fighter. But still, man, I don't know if Deontay... I feel like maybe he can't. That's me not knowing his UFC skills, because he's saying that he is a good... You know, he's a pretty good fighter in the octagon as well. I don't think the fight will ever happen. If it does, it's probably for the money. Deontay Wilder's not a huge name like that. I mean, Joshua versus someone, yeah, that could happen. But I don't know about Wilder, man. And Wilder's so tall. If Lesnar just kind of goes at him, right? Like ducks low and just goes at him and tries to pin him and shit. What's Wilder gonna do with his fist? He won't be able to land it on Lesnar. Like, I don't know, man. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to comment down below. Subscribe. I'll probably go watch Fury versus Parker right now. What time is it? It's about 8:56 p.m. in the UK. 93 Boxing. I'm out.